Well, good morning. It's a windy Thursday morning, end of August, last day of the month. And last night I went out baling and it was going really good. I had one pass left of straw to make. And that happened. Figure that out, eh? The lacing on the, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I'm gonna rip it apart now. Last night when it broke, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna rip it apart, but I'm thinking what happened is the pin that holds the lacing together, something happened there where it ripped, and something happened there where and it ripped, or I don't know, we're gonna see, but the lacing or the belt separated and flopped in front of the pickup picked it up, and yeah, it wrecked my front roller. So we had the manure guys out, they came and all of our manure got spread, so that's awesome. So now our cattle area, it's drying out good, and hoping that we can run the detailer through it and level it off a little bit more and get it ready for when we want to bring the cows home. That's a long time from now. It's September, October, November. It's like 3 to 4 months from now, I'm thinking. So. Alright, so there's my belt. Oh, it ripped. Alright, so it ripped right by my where I'm supposed to connect it. So, gotta fix a belt.
Had a bit of rain overnight, and we had some things dropped off yesterday, so the plan is to install them today. So we're doing some experimenting here for AGCO, and well, for our AGCO rep anyway. One of the problems we've had, or I guess the company's been having, is chopper blades are not lasting as long as guys would like, or that they should. But we stuck in an updated one into our 2021 combine, and I'll show you pictures of those. We stuck them in at the beginning of the season, and the rep dropped off these Redicop chopper ones. He's thinking that they might even be harder and better, so we're going to do some experimenting. It's not going to be a true 100% experiment because the other ones have probably 50 hours on them already, but I know at what hour we put them in, and so we will mark all that down, and the goal is at the end of the season we're going to do some comparing on these chopper blades to just to see which one's going to be better, and hopefully we can get something that lasts more than 1 year on a side of chopper blades. These are the factory chopper blades. This is what happened after 1 year's worth of wear. So we switched them over at the beginning of this year so that we could be using this edge. This edge will have just over 50 hours on it, and I will put that down. I'll show you that once we get going. And then these here are the new ones. So as you can see, the Redicop ones here, they're serrated, and they're supposed to be of different steel models. So we'll see how that all pans out when we put it together, but that is what we are comparing.
Anyway, Parker had a good run here yesterday. He probably did close to 80 acres, so if we can have a good run at it, I'm hoping we can park the Swather today, but let's hope this beauty holds together and we can get it done.
So the last couple fields we've been combining. I'd say I have some farming regrets. And the one that we're on here right now in particular, this half section, remember when I sprayed it with fungicide, I said to myself, don't let anybody or any circumstance deter you from pre-harvest rounduping the field. And I got deterred. The field was looking so nice and even, it was ripening good. We have had one bad experience years ago where when we pre-harvested it, we got up into a rainy spell and made the plants more brittle, which caused us a lot of loss. Anyway, long story short, I did not, and I figured also with it being hot and dry, I wasn't sure how good the chemical was going to work, yada yada. But I'm going to show you now why I should have. So look here beside, it is almost green with second flush or third flush, I don't know how many flushes of weeds that have come, but it is a dirty mess, and that green stuff has been causing us grief a little bit. I mean, we're still moving, and as long as it's hot and dry, it's sliding through the combine, but as soon as the sun goes down, that green stuff's going to cause us complete grief, and not wanting to feed properly in the header, and it'll just grumble through the rotor a little bit. But anyway, the push is to try to get off of this field yet today and to get into the last field of wheat, hopefully. We're not 100% sure it's going to be ready to go, but we'd like to get an idea from there. If it's not, then tomorrow will be a different crop.
Well, it was going good. Hit a rock, broke a knife. Chugging along here pretty good. Crop is looking pretty good here. It is a lot riper than our last field. We seeded this later than the last field. Everything looked the same. We walked into areas and it was green like the other field. We had no idea that once we got into the field that it was going to be this bright. So this is an example where it's borderline that we could actually come in here and straight cut. It's starting, the plants are starting to break down, and the heads, we had a lot of wind last night and we actually had some shelling out in that wind. So that's why we swathe it, in case there is a wind or any kind of weather. If it gets too ripe and we can't get into combining when it's standing like this, you have the potential to lose a lot more than when it's in the swath. So I'd say this field is like, it probably proper timing would have been about 2 or 3 days ago to swath this, but whatever, it is what it is, and we're getting it down. Crop looks still very good. We haven't, I don't think we've lost that much. There's areas it looks like there's a lot more in the ground. I just looked down right there when I'm going, and right now there's nothing. But there's areas that I've been going that it was definitely noticeable, which is a little hard on the head. I questioned Daryl on how many seeds oat seeds in a square foot make up a bushel. And he was saying, I think he said 10 to 15 oat seeds in a square foot equals roughly a bushel an acre. So I think there's areas that I did some looking and I thought, wow, okay, worst case scenario, the worst areas we'd be at 3, maybe 5 bushel an acre. But that's worst case scenario. There's many areas where there is none on the ground and it's good. So it would be nice to do straight cut this all, but we got our wheat that's got to come off, and there's just an order of stuff, and this just needs to get swathed in case we get more wind or a rain that beats on it, and then we could lose a lot more. So in general, this field looks it looks pretty solid. It's got I'll show you in a little bit, because I'm on the south end of the field right now, and closer to the north end there's a ridge that runs like this, and that ridge there's not much growing on there, and that's quite typical. It's a transition from, it's almost like gravelly, so you need lots of rain in order to get a good crop on there. Evidently lots of rain there means there's probably drowned out and loss here. So yeah, looking good. We're chugging along. I got a little over 30 passes left and we're done. Okay, here is the ridge. It's as much ridge as we get in our area.
Is there all your coffee? Or are you guys making oats? Or?
And here you can see it's a lot thinner. So no idea what it'll do here, but and I got a plug. Should have been paying attention. Combine drivers are gonna like that. Now we'll keep them on their toes. Can't make the swath too nice, can I?
Dylan must have found another stone he's been working on there. This field is plentiful when it comes to stones. As we're heading west here, I'm not sure if we're going to get you guys able to see it or not, but on the same section that we're combining wheat, our friendly neighborhood colony boys from Wingham Colony are combining wheat in their half section. So in this section we've got 5 combines going. I was hoping I'd get closer to them than I am, but they're right there, and they're going, I believe it's in 3,8700. I think that's the number, but they might verify it. I think it's 8,700 Claas combines with 45-foot headers on them. They're the same colony that came in and helped us with that food grains field. Not help us, help in that food grains field. They're a part of that as well. So we farm a lot of land around those guys, and when it works out that we're all on the same section, it's kind of fun because there's a lot of acres getting crushed and a lot of bushels hauled off in this section in a really big hurry. So again, I'm guessing they're too small and too much as in distance for you, but right now they're less than half a mile away from me, probably a little over a quarter mile, and they are straight ahead of me, and you can see the dust.
Alright, still going good. I got, I'm thinking like 4 up and downs left and I'm done. It's supper time. Well, it's a late supper, but still thankful. Me Meals on Wheels is right there. Lindsay is out. She's feeding me, and I'll quickly eat, and then get back at it. Well, Parker's gonna drive. Chicken Alfredo, some cheese bread, and corn. Yummy. Lift that reel up, buddy. Alright.
This is the pass we've been looking for in this field. Last pass on this one, and then we're gonna hopefully at least have enough time to run the samples on the last field of wheat, so we know what the plan is for tomorrow.
Sorry, I need to be able to speak here. You are going to start the Schmidt half tonight?
We are for sure running samples. I need to know whether we're going to be in Oats or in wheat tomorrow.
So are you good if I run one truck that way?
Yes, sir. That would be wonderful. Have you got, Julian's not out here yet, right?
Oh, he's waiting at my yard.
Okay, yeah, then, maybe I can convince Heather to come pick you up and bring you back here to the other truck.
Alright, sounds good.
You mind doing that? Heather says she'll do it.
Heather, my feet stink. Just saying.
What's that?
We missed that one.
I said my feet stink. Actually, my boots do.
Something about harvest sunsets. They sure are fun to watch. We got some clouds in the west today, which not sure what that's going to bring or mean, but yeah, it's all good. Done this field and we're on the move.
Right on. We are done swathing oats. Awesome. And it's getting late enough that I wouldn't want to go any later.
So we are moving right along on this field. We've been at it here for just a hair over an hour, as you can see there. Moisture is reading 21, but I know that's not right. No, it's not right. We ran a test in my moisture tester here, so it must have moisture tester in the combine must be plugged again or something. I'm not sure what the deal is, but fairly certain that's not right. What the plan is for the night is we're just going to load trucks up here and then call it a day. So we should have a good chunk of the headlands done and fields opened up, and I think by the time that's all done on the half section here, we should have close to 40 acres done, or a good 30 acres done anyway. This field we're on, we're still able to go even though the dark is hit and the dew's hit, because there is no green weeds here. So tomorrow's combine is going to be way nicer. Assuming the weather permits, it will be way nicer because we have none of that green junk to deal with. So just start making headway here. But Peter, you're going to take that truck back to your place then, and then come back here with the pickup truck, grab the other truck.
Okay, I'm not quite done for the day. I've got this thing to fix. So I just need to put the belt on. I have the belt to put on, and when it's fixed, I'm hoping I can the plan is that I bale that alfalfa field tonight, so I'm gonna fix it, maybe get a quick couple hour nap, and then when the dew sets in, then I can go bale at 80, and then swathing's done, baling's done. That'll feel really good when those two things are done. So, yeah. Okay, all I'm gonna do with this, because our alfalfa isn't very, well, much, I'm just gonna take this off, and I'm hoping it will work without that. Pretty sure it will. And I'll put new lacing on the belt. Right? Good? Perfect. Parker helped me get that in really quick. And I'm backing out, and that's today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for taking time to watch. Have a good one.